So call now for your free information kit and Medicare guide. Take a look at the health insurance option that millions of Americans have counted on for years. The AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plans.
This card has it all, which made it an easy choice for me.
Call now for your free information kit and Medicare guide. Learn more.
The Superstation is America's home for baseball. The National League champion Colorado Rockies welcome the Cubs to the Mile High City. Cubs, Rockies, today at 3 on Superstation WGN. It's great to be home.
Hey, Tanner. How you doing? You're getting to be a pretty big boy.
Corner Gas, tonight at midnight Eastern on Superstation WGN. The following is a presentation of WGN Sports.
From the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, we're set for Chicago Cubs baseball on WGN Sports. It's getaway day here in Denver, Colorado. The Cubs shoot for their 7th consecutive win as they take on a slumping Colorado club that has now dropped 4 in a row. Hi again, everyone. Welcome to Cubs baseball on WGN. Bob Brenly and Len Casper. The Cubs keep it rolling. It was a thriller last night.
Well, it seems like every game has been thrilling lately, but the Cubs on the verge of a win. It looked like it was going to sneak away, but they snatched victory from the jaws of defeat.
Ramos Ramirez with a go-ahead 2-run homer off Manny Corpus in the 9th inning. Kerry Wood looked very good, but gave up a 2-out single to Scott Podsednik in the bottom of the 9th. Ryan Spilborghs knocked him in. Tie game going to the 10th inning. Ryan Theriot back in the lineup after missing 2 games with a sore back. He comes through, scoring his college teammate Mike Fontenot, and the Cubs win. And it was a significant victory. Win number 10,000 in franchise history, and Lou Piniella with 100 victories as the Cubs manager, and they just try to keep it rolling against a Rockies team that continues to blow games late.
Well, they've had real problems at the tail end of their bullpen. Manny Corpus has been relieved of his duties temporarily as the closer for the Rockies. Brian Fuentes will step into that role, but the way the Cubs are swinging the bats, it doesn't matter who's down there.
We'll talk about the starting pitchers and get this one going. The first pitch and all the action from sunny Colorado next.
We're in the 7th circle of hell here. It's too much. She's turned the coffee shop into a gay bar.
Does Hank always get so worked up over nothing?
Just most of the time.
Let's say you and me run down Main Street with our pants off. How'd be fun? Ta-da!
He's like a young Trudeau.
Do you want to introduce me?
Yeah, to toothpaste.
Hey, look at us. We're identical.
We're not identical. I have different pants than you.
Yeah, I don't even want to get into your pants.
You're not going with that kind of whining.
You know, every day at 3 o'clock, Budweiser Brewmasters in St. Louis taste samples flown in from all 12 of our local breweries to ensure that every Budweiser tastes the same, coast to coast. That's a sweet job.
What are you doing?
Chase called. Somebody was trying to use our card, but I took care of it.
Chase fraud alerts you can act on instantly. Protection matters. Chase what matters.
I first saw this one when I was traveling through Prague. Geico probably thinks this is easy too. Dancing is good exercise. It works my glutes. Okay, America, I'll show you easy.
Budweiser. First with refrigerated rail cars. First with Born on Dating. And now this. The new Fresh Lock cap. Keeps the air out and the freshness in. Innovation. Now that's Budweiser.
Chicago Cubs baseball brought to you by Budweiser. Reach for the perfect balance of flavor and refreshment. Budweiser, the great American lager. The Chicagoland area Dodge dealers and the all-new 2009 Dodge Journey. AT&T. See what's new from the new AT&T. Visit att.com for details. The Illinois Lottery. Play the Illinois Lottery. Have a ball. By Pepsi. Every sip gets you closer. And by Southwest Airlines. You're now free to be more productive. Visit southwest.com today.
Today's Cubs broadcast here on WGN Sports is brought to you in beautiful high definition, sponsored by Comcast. An excellent day for baseball here in Colorado. Bob, I was out here early. I know you thought you were the only person in the park. Made me a little nervous. You had a bar of soap out there in that waterfall that we saw. What was the problem in your hotel room?
I just like bathing with Bambi. You know, that's where Bambi lives out there.
All right. As the Cubs today look for their 7th straight win. And the starting pitchers today, Jason Marquis will look for his 2nd straight victory. 5-3 lifetime against the Rockies. And like Marquis, Aaron Cook likes to sink the ball as well.
Aaron Cook, one of the most extreme ground ball pitchers in all of baseball. And we know when Jason Marquis is on top of his game, he throws a lot of sinkers as well. Aaron Cook has gone 6 innings in 2 of his 4 starts, 7 innings in the other 2, never throwing more than 97 pitches. Tries to pitch to contact early in the sequence.
Now Lou Pinella's lineup against Aaron Cook, brought to you by Pepsi. Every sip gets you closer. Fontenot gets the leadoff spot today. Terrio, Lee, Ramirez, who's been excellent lately. Fukudome out in right. Mark DeRosa getting the start in left. And at the bottom, Giovanni Soto, who had 4 hits just like Derek Lee last night. Felix P.A. in center. And the pinch runner deluxe, Jason Marquis. We saw him in the 10th.
Let's take a look at the Rockies defensively today. Matt Holliday in left. Scott Podsednik, former White Sox, in center field. Brad Hopp over in right. Atkins and Tulowitzki on the left side. Troy Tulowitzki with his first home run of the season in yesterday's ball game. Clint Barmas at second base. Todd Helton over at first. Chris Iannetta doing the catching today for the right-handed sinker baller Aaron Cook. That was last time out against the Houston Astros. 7 strong innings. Gave up only 4 base hits, 1 earned run. Not a big-time strikeout pitcher, as I mentioned a moment ago. He tries to throw the ball over the plate with movement and get early outs, quick outs.
Florida native Ed Hickox will call balls and strikes. Buckner, West, and Rapiuano on the bases. Both managers would like to see their starting pitchers go deep into this ball game, particularly Clint Hurdle. And there's ball 1 outside. We are underway. The Rockies bullpen has blown 4 straight games. Outside corner for a strike, 1-1. As Bob mentioned in the open, Manny Corpus is out, at least for the time being. As the Colorado closer, left-hander Brian Fuentes is in. And for the Cubs, Carlos Marmol has been told don't even go out to the bullpen after working in his 3rd consecutive game. He got the save last night. And Kerry Wood, who blew the save in the 9th, got the win. He had as good a stuff as we've seen all year, but he gave up that flare base hit to Podsednik and then the RBI game-tying triple to Spilborghs.
Now the pitch to Spilborghs, he wanted inside. It's straight out over the plate, and to his credit, Ryan Spilborghs went with it to the opposite field. But yeah, you're right. Kerry Wood had it all going last night. Fastball was popping in the mid-90s, had that snapdragon slider working.
Fontenot has run it full on a guy who's pretty efficient with his pitch count. Base hit up the middle. Good start for the Cubs. That's Mike's first hit since the 16th of April. How about that?
Combined numbers from the infielders. Wow. And 14 of the 15 knocks the Cubs got in the ball game last night came from the infield.
The biggest one from Ryan Theriot in the 10th to score Fontenot, who was pinch running. And that gave the Cubs a 7-6 victory. They're 4-0 in extras on the road.
We've talked recently about Lou Piniella and playing a little hit and run with the guys at the top and bottom of the order, letting the guys in the middle swing the bats. Against Aaron Cook, you're well served to get your runners in motion. He throws so many ground balls. If you go station to station, you're going to hit into some double plays. One way to combat that is to start that runner, open some holes in the defense, and play a little hit and run.
Long pause before the pitch. Diving stop to Tulowitzki. And what a double play. The barehanded catch by Barmas to go 6-4-3. You can't do it much better than that.
You'll see this play on the highlight shows tonight. Tulowitzki making up a lot of ground in a hurry, gets to that ball. What a turn at second base by Barmas. As his back turned to the runner completely, just barehands the ball, turns and throws blindly right on the money to Todd Helton. Nice play.
So just like that, 2 are gone. It's Derek Lee, who had 4 hits in the opener. He was removed for a pinch runner, Felix P.A., in the 9th inning. Lou wanted to see if Felix could steal a bag, but Manny Corpus was quick to the plate. P.A. ended up jogging around the bases on the Ramirez home run. But Lou added today it's not something he would normally do. Derek, one of his better base runners. And Felix, the fastest Cub. And he's in the lineup today in center. Lou pulling some strings, using Jason Marquis to pinch run for Darrell Ward.
And right before he did that, Len, I assumed that Jason Marquis wasn't even at the ballpark at that point. Usually a day game after a night game, the day game starting pitcher leaves in the 3rd or 4th inning, watches a couple innings of the ball game, heads on back to the hotel to get a good night's rest before his start. But Jason Marquis pinch ran late in the game.
Another ground ball, and it's fielded cleanly by Cook. And that's the inning. Fontenot led off with a single, but then Cook got that huge double play. Rockies coming up against Marquis.
Diet Pepsi Max with ginseng and more caffeine.
Stop it! At Ace, we see a backyard as a place to plant your ideas and watch them grow. At the Dig Into Lawn and Garden sale, you can buy 5,000 square feet of Ace fertilizer for just $8.99 and get a $3 rebate. Or buy Miracle Grow potting mix for $5.49 and get a $3 rebate. Ace Royal Paint, starting at the everyday low price of $19.99. Use your Ace Rewards card and earn points. Wednesday through Monday at Ace.
The helpful place.
The generation that swore it would never get old didn't. Welcome to the summer of life. And now there's an official hair treatment of the summer of your life. New Touch of Gray from Just for Men. Lets you keep a little gray. Works gradually. Just comb in, rinse.
Never trust anybody over 90.
Keep a little gray with New Touch of Gray.
Here's how the Rockies line up offensively. Pasednik getting the start in center. Barmas, Helton, Holiday, Atkins. Brad Hopp out in right with a lot of success against Marquis. Tulowitzki with his first home run, as Bob mentioned last night. Iannetta and Cook make up the battery at the bottom.
And here's how the Cubs take the field defensively today behind Jason Marquis, brought to you by Pepsi. Every sip gets you closer. DeRosa, PA, Fukudome across the outfield. Ramirez, Terrio, Fontenot, Lee on the infield. Giovanni Soto swinging a hot bat still behind the plate today for right-hander Jason Marquis.
Outside on Pasednik, 2 balls, no strikes on the speedy leadoff man. He scored from first on that extra base hit by Spilborghs. It ended up being a triple for Spilborghs in the 9th to tie it. 3-0.
See the numbers for Jason Marquis on the season, coming off by far his best outing against the Pirates at home. Went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, only 1 run, struck out 7, walked 1 batter.
There's the first strike, 3-1. Line in the left for a base hit. It's cut off by DeRosa. Took kind of a strange hop. So Marquis will have to get comfortable from the stretch right off the bat. You see former Cub Glenn Allen Hill, the first base coach of the Rockies. And he wore the batting helmet last year. This year, every base coach has to wear it. And he was one of the few who decided to wear it after the death of Mike Coolbaugh. Clint Barmas hit a home run in game 1.
Glenn Allen Hill was a member of the San Francisco Giants when I was coaching there under Dusty Baker, and the way he played outfield, he probably should have wore the helmet then.
Pasednik looks anxious. He has a big lead. He's not running, and the pitch is right at the knees for a strike. 1-1. What a great gesture, by the way, by the Rockies last year when the players voted the family of Mike Coolbaugh a full playoff share. He was a Double-A coach who was killed after getting hit by a line drive during a game. And that's drilled foul. It was a pretty significant amount of money considering they got all the way to the World Series.
I'm sure it was very much appreciated by the Coolbaugh family. You don't make a whole heck of a lot of money coaching in the minor leagues.
One ball, 2 strikes. The kick and the pitch. And we'll do it again.
Pasednik over there at first base. 3 out of 3 stealing bases this year in limited playing time. He's always had good base stealing speed, good first step. Looks like he's having a little trouble getting a read on Jason Marquis, though.
He led the major leagues with 70 stolen bases in 2004 with Milwaukee. Look at that lead. Huge strides off the base.
And they'll probably creep off even a little more as Jason goes into his set position. He just holds his position there.
Popped up by Barmas over near the Rockies dugout. Derek will have plenty of room. And that's the first out. Barmas not happy with himself. As Todd Helton will come up with a man on and 1 out. Helton with 7 career hits and 24 at bats against Marquis, 2 of which have left the yard. He has 2 home runs on the year. Turned away from that heater that was inside. The Cubs right now are tied for the best record in baseball with the Arizona Diamondbacks at 15-6. Things are going extremely well, but the one thing Lou is concerned about the most as Posednik runs, the pitch is a strike, the throw not bad but late. And Posednik still perfect on the year, 4 for 4.
I'm not sure if Gio had trouble getting that ball out of his mitt. He was very deliberate before unloading that ball to second base. It looked like they might have a shot at him. Throw sails a little bit high. That allows Posednik to get underneath the tag with that head first slide.
Broken bat flare that will drop, and the Rockies score in the first inning as Helton drives in Posednik. And the stolen base comes back to hurt the Cubs.
The most surprised person in the ballpark is Todd Helton. I think he thought that ball was going to go foul. He was admiring it out of the batter's box, watching it as it curved toward that foul line, but dunks down just in fair territory. Posednik with a good jump from second. He'll score easily.
This is a tough 3 through 5. Helton, Holiday, and Atkins. And really, you add Brad Hopp to that mix today, considering his past success.
Yeah, the three guys you mentioned are the guys you would usually spotlight when you play against the Rockies. Don't let them beat you. But in the case of Brad Hopp today, he's 8 for 15 lifetime. That's a .533 batting average against Jason Marquis. So you might as well add him to the mix today as well.
To finish my note about the one concern Lou has, the bullpen has been used a lot. Now, part of that has been the Cubs have played 5 games that have gone to extra innings. But the biggest part of it is that he's not getting a lot of deep starts from all of his starting pitchers. In the case of Rich Hill, as Holiday takes a called third, he didn't love that call from Ed Hickox. 2 outs in the inning. He's taken Rich out early in his last couple of starts just to keep his confidence up. And Rich will have his next start skipped, not because of how he's pitched, but Lou doesn't want a left-handed starter against Milwaukee. The Brewers have been a lot better versus lefties than righties this year. So Rich's next start will come on the next trip in St. Louis. But Jason Marquis, for instance, Bob, 3 starts, 16 1/3 innings. So he's averaging just over 5 innings per start. Hill, 4 starts, 19 innings, less than 5 per start. Ted Lilly, 5 outings, 24 2/3. PA running, but he won't get there in time before it hits the turf. Helton to third. The throw won't be made to second base as Atkins slides in safely. He now has a 9-game hitting streak. So the bottom line is you need a deep outing here from Marquis, and all of a sudden Lou's going to come out in the first inning.
Well, obviously has something on his mind he wants to impart to his starting pitchers. You get another look at that double into the gap. With PA's speed, it looked initially like he might have a chance to get over there and make a play, but decided to back off, play it on a short hop. Well, it was a very short meeting out there at the mound.
Now we're in the first, but do you just put the 4 up for Hop here? Do you work? You obviously don't work him like you normally would. You have Tulowitzki, who has struggled, on deck.
Well, I think this is where a manager has to defer to a veteran pitcher. You'd like to believe Jason Marquis at this stage of his career knows how to pitch around a hitter.
PA will make the catch, moved about 3 steps. So Jason got out of it. Whatever Lou said worked. They did get 1. It's 1-0.
Most people don't know exactly what beechwood aging is.
You mean Budweiser's extra step of lagering their beer over a bed of beechwood chips, resulting in the unmistakably clean, crisp Budweiser taste?
Are you reading off my board?
What board?
What's your equation for keeping healthy?
I'm a chin-upping, baseball-playing, gotta-take-care-of-me, one-a-day man.
One A Day Men's, the only complete multivitamin with more selenium for prostate health.
It fits my equation better.
Today, I plan on not freaking out about my wireless bill. I plan on saying whatever when my daughter talks for hours. Yeah, I plan on being totally down with calling Denver in the middle of the afternoon, huh? Hollering at my boys, kicking it with three-way calling. I plan on grabbing my celly and getting my... Dad! Oh, sorry. Okay.
America's most reliable network introduces a plan with truly unlimited calling. Talk as much as you want with anyone in the U.S. for one flat rate. And now buy a text-friendly Envy Your Music playing chocolate for just $79.99. Verizon Wireless.
You're right. We need a new TV. Just don't go overboard.
I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now.
Text Chase for your credit card balance and decide what to spend in seconds.
It's perfect.
Real-time info matters. Chase what matters.
This is Budweiser's unique 7-step brewing process. It's what separates the Great American Lager from your average beer. It's what allows you to enjoy your 2-step process. Open and drink.
Whacked Out Sports, Sunday at 5 Eastern on Superstation WGN.
Well, strikes were not a problem in the first inning for Jason. 14 of the 19 pitches he made were in the zone, but a couple were hit hard. He gave up 3 hits and 1 run. One of the heroes from last night, Aramis Ramirez. Go-ahead home run in the 9th. Where did that one get him?
They got him on the front foot, front leg somewhere. Take another look at it here. This is one of those that's going to be with him for a while. Like it got him on the inside of the left ankle, perhaps. Boy, you hate to see that happen this early in a ball game. He's going to be on his feet for the next 2.5 or 3 hours out here playing a ball game, and gravity is not a good thing when you have a bad contusion on your ankle. He'll be able to feel his heartbeat in that ankle here in a few minutes.
Swing and a miss. Plan your next corporate function or family gathering in the comfort of the Wrigley Field Mezzanine Suites, presented by Nuveen Investments. Suites are available now for games during the season. Be sure to ask about the April and May incentives. To book your suite or for more info, visit Cubs.com/suites or call 773-404-CUBS. Kosuke Fukudome. A triple, a walk, and a run, 1 for 4 in the opening game. This is a good spot for him, Bob. He's 14 for 19 with 1 out in an inning. How about that stat?
I think just about every situation you could think about, he's got good numbers. He was called out on strikes last night in the 5th inning with the runner at second base. He didn't say anything to home plate umpire Ed Rapuano, but he took a long look at him. It was a high breaking ball. The catcher caught it up above belt level. He didn't say anything, but you could tell he was not pleased with the call.
He scraped his right arm going after a foul ball late along the ledge down the right field line, but he's fine. The 2-2 pitch from Cook drifts inside. Full count on Kosuke. DeRosa's on deck. Rockies lead 1-0. There's ball 4.
A great effort by Kosuke in that ball game last night. He had to go a long way to catch up to this foul ball. Was snaking toward the facing of the bleachers over there. Fan stuck a hat out, actually made contact with his glove. But in the estimation of the first base umpire last night, Ed Hickox, it didn't interfere with the play. He didn't make the catch, and fortunately he's okay. One more time, you get a look as Fukudome gets over near the stands. He's kind of scraped his arm as he bent over that railing.
The Cubs have won 9 of 10 and 14 of 17. Franchise win number 10,000. Career win number 1,619 for Lou Piniella. He's tied for 14th on the all-time list with Ralph Houck. And it was his 100th victory as the manager of the Cubs.
Too bad it was a day game today. A lot of reasons to celebrate last night.
In case you're wondering, the Cubs' first win, and they weren't the Cubs then, but in 1876 was on April 25th. A 4-0 shutout at Louisville. 133 years ago tomorrow. I think they were the White Stockings when they began play in 1876. Charter member of the National League. It's 3-1 on Mark DeRosa. In fact, the White Stockings were originally organized in 1870 and one of the founding members of the first pro league, the National Association. Fukudome running. It's ball 4. Back-to-back walks. Hey, make sure you check out our WGN baseball blog at WGNTV.com. And I have a post on the blog today basically asking Cub fans, of the 10,000 regular season wins, what was the biggest one for you personally? Now, it could have been that your first child was born that day and the game ended as you were frantically getting to the hospital. Maybe you were at the Rhino game in 1984 or the one-game playoff in 98. So we'll have some fun with that, and depending on the response we get, we'll try to read a couple of those later today. That's WGNTV.com. Click on the link for Len and Bob's blog.
You know my favorite victory. The next one.
The next one, right. I was thinking about it just since you and I have been together in the broadcast booth. I might have to go back to the win against Milwaukee last year. That seemed to be the turning point in 2007 when Ramirez hit the game-winning home run in the 9th. Popped up by Soto. Iannetta thought it was behind home plate. It's actually out near first base in foul territory. Helton made the catch. Iannetta turned around. He had no idea where that ball was.
It's a helpless feeling for a catcher when you have no idea where the ball went. Sometimes you can get a little bit of a clue. With a right-handed batter, he's usually going to foul the ball to the first base side of the field, and just the opposite is true for a left-handed batter because of the way the bat angles through the strike zone. But that time he had no clue where that one went.
PA 0 for 3 against Cook. Hits it hard on one bounce. It glances off the glove of Barmes. Cubs will try to get a run, and they will. Fukudome scores 1-1. Felix PA with an RBI single. It comes with 2 outs and the pitcher on deck.
A couple of patient at-bats leading up to this. Felix PA jumping on the first pitch, hits the ball hard right back up the middle of the field. I'm sure Barnes will tell you that's a play he should have made right there. Got a little hesitant on the backhand side. Didn't get the glove where it needed to be, and the ball trickled out into shallow center field. And Fukudome never broke stride around third, scored easily.
Marquis taps it on the ground to Helton, who will step on first base. Felix PA's come up with a couple of big hits here lately, even though his average is still low. Ties it. It's 1-1.
At Ace, we see a backyard as a place to plant your ideas and watch them grow. At the Dig Into Lawn and Garden sale, you can buy 5,000 square feet of Ace fertilizer for just $8.99 and get a $3 rebate. Or buy Miracle Grow potting mix for $5.49 and get a $3 rebate. Ace Royal Paint, starting at the everyday low price of $19.99. Use your Ace Rewards card and earn points. Wednesday through Monday at Ace.
The helpful place.
You okay, kid?
My foot, it's killing me.
Oh, athlete's foot. Hit that with Tough Actin Tenactin. It's more than a cure. It's so tough it can keep you from getting athlete's foot. Get boom, Tough Actin Tenactin.
The generation that swore it would never get old didn't. Welcome to the summer of life. And now there's an official hair treatment of the summer of your life. New Touch of Gray from Just for Men. Let you keep a little gray. Works gradually. Just comb in, rinse.
Never trust anybody over 90.
Keep a little gray with New Touch of Gray.
At the Turtle Wax Ice Ultimate Detailing Challenge, it's what's inside that counts. Turtle Wax Ice Total Interior Care. It cleans, conditions, and protects every surface inside your car. Vinyl, leather, plastic. It even removes tough stains from carpet and upholstery. With no artificial shine, no messy overspray, and no greasy residue.
Turtle Wax Ice, finish first.
There's a new player in town. Turtle Wax Ice Total Interior Care. Welcome to the Ice Age.
Funniest Pets and People, today at 6 Eastern on Superstation WGN.
Cubs tied up on a run by Kosuke Fukudome. Scored on the Felix PA single. You know, we pointed out every time because he does it every time. He runs hard. He doesn't assume anything. That ground ball was just a couple of steps to Barmas's right. It would have been very easy just to jog over to third base and assume it was going to be the last out of the inning, but he never assumes anything.
You hear so much about leadership in this game, and while he is the newest member of this ball club, I guess along with Reed Johnson and a couple others, he certainly has led by example. Tulowitzki pops it up, and it'll be Ryan Theriot behind second base for the first out. The Cubs take on Milwaukee this Tuesday at 7:05 at Wrigley Field. Be one of the first 10,000 fans to enter the ballpark, and you'll get a Lou Piniella number 41 Cubs cap. Compliments of Ballpark Franks. What do you call that thing on the top? You don't call it a button, you call it a squatchy?
Squatchy, yeah.
You take that squatchy right off.
If you've ever been hit on top of a hat with a foul tip with the squatchy on, you'll know why I always take them off. I think it caused some brain damage.
You know, there have been some squatchy sightings around here. We're near the Rocky Mountains.
Probably out in the Cubs bullpen.
Big footprints. Because that's what they call Sasquatch. They call him Squatchy.
Squatchy.
That's his nickname. Kosuke drifts over, and Iannetta fouls out.
Well, the neat thing about that Lou Piniella hat is it comes with a tee. You can, tee it up and kick it. Practice doing your Uncle Lou impersonation, firing it on the ground, kicking dirt on the family dog or something. You play manager for a day with the Lou Piniella hat.
Cook is 1 for 8 with an RBI. Has a slightly open stance. And he grounds it back through for a base hit. To keep the inning alive, he's now 2 for 9.
Well, in an odd kind of way, I never really minded a whole lot if the opposing pitcher got on base with 2 outs. Now, if he's leading off an inning, it's a different story. But with 2 outs, you'd like to think you could get that third out before the pitcher gets all the way around and scores. And you make him run the bases, stay on his feet out there. Maybe take a little bit out of him when he goes back out to the mound to start the next inning.
Lee plays behind the runner at first. And a called strike to start this sequence against Pasetnik, who singled, stole a base, and scored on the RBI hit by Helton in the first inning. Well, Ramos plays in on the grass at third base. Shallow pop out into left. Mark DeRosa lays out, and it gets out of his glove. He doesn't know where it is. Ramirez will have to pick it up. Second and third to the Rockies. Good effort by Mark, but it just kicked out of his glove. It's a double for Pasednik, who's now 3 for 3 in the series.
Well, he was playing him perfectly, playing shallow out there in left field. He still had a long way to go to get to that ball. Briefly in his glove, once again using that big, long outfielder's glove. Very different from the infielder's glove he usually uses. And you can see it just spits out the webbing of the glove there and rolled back toward the infield.
Your instinct is to look behind you, which Mark did, but it actually kicked back towards the infield. So the scenario you painted has come true. The key here is to get Barmes, as you said.
Get that third out.
The pitch. Another fly ball. Fukudome with the catch, and that's the inning. Colorado has stranded 4 through 2. It's 1-1.
Perfect beer deserves the perfect pour. Right down the middle, releasing all the flavor. Perfect.
Well, call me a perfectionist.
You're right. We need a new TV. Just don't go overboard.
I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now.
Text Chase for your credit card balance and decide what to spend in seconds.
It's perfect.
Real-time info matters. Chase what matters.
Can you have a beautiful lawn and use less water? Actually, yes, thanks to Scott's Turf Builder Water Smart formula. A lawn fed the Water Smart way grows healthier roots that use water more efficiently. So your lawn needs less, saving you thousands of gallons a year. Smart. Scott's Turf Builder. Feed the lawn. Water Smart.
That's our Bud Man. He's always here, rotating stock, checking freshness dates, making sure your Budweiser is always perfect.
Does he make house calls?
Who is Dave Chappelle? Really? He's Rick James, Lil Jon, Blackzilla, a Black Klansman, a Milkman, Tron Carter, Silky Johnson, Gallagher, Prince.
It's a celebration.
Chappelle Show, Friday night at midnight Eastern on Superstation WGN.
2008 Chicago Cubs baseball on WGN Sports is brought to you by Bud Light. Endless refreshment from start to finish. Bud Light keeps it coming.
Real man of genius. Sorry, David. That was brutal. 1-1. Mr. Broadcaster reading promo coming out of commercial break. 1-1. We're in the third.
I know most of the words. Yeah, we better stop right there.
Back to you, Lynn. Okay. Leadoff man Mike Fontenot hits it foul. He almost hit Ed Rapuano, the third base umpire. He's telling Mike Quaddy, I might need one of those helmets. Didn't mean to that time. Look out, Ryan Theriot and Derek Lee, who's in the hole with his left foot on the top step of the dugout. He almost got hit. Cooks 0-2 at the high strike, and Fontenot's erased.
You're absolutely right. A high strike call from Ed Hickox behind the plate today. A way high call. I'll tell you, for Aaron Cook, though, if he's throwing pitches up there, he's going to be in trouble. That sinker has to be down around the knees with movement to get the ground balls he's looking for. If he leaves too many sinkers up around the belt like he did right there to Fontenot, he's going to be in trouble.
Now that should be a strike. You don't always see it called, but it's a hittable pitch. And when you look at what the strike zone is, that pitch probably should be called more often than it is. And I know they've really tried over the last few years to call that higher strike.
Well, I think that's fair. I mean, obviously there's major differences in strike zone depending on who's working the plate on a given day. But as a hitter, if like back in the day when the umpires used to let Javi Lopez creep off the corner for the Braves, and Maddox and Glavine and Smoltz used to just pound away 6, 8, 10 inches off the outside corner and get called strikes. As a hitter, you can't reach that pitch. I don't know how you can call a strike on a pitch that a batter can't possibly get a bat on. Now, up and down, that's a different story. You can hit a high ball, you can hit a low ball as long as it's on the plate. But I think the evolution of the strike zone over the years has taken away high ball hitters. Most guys you talk about nowadays are low ball hitters because that's where the strike zone is.
Tulowitzki throws out Terrio. And the other thing is, you're not going to have a ton of called third strikes on pitches like the one to Fontenot because a lot of hitters want to swing at that pitch. And pitchers don't want to pitch there too much unless they throw 98.
Or for effect. We talk about going up the ladder all the time, throwing higher than high above the top of the strike zone, which, you know, if you've got a little giddy up on it, that'll get you some easy outs. But you're right. Most pitchers want to keep that ball down around the knees, on the corners with movement.
The 1-0 to Derek Lee. Hit the other way, but it's scooped up by Todd Helton. Cook works a 1-2-3 third inning after 2.5, 1-1.
What would your parents do if there were two of you? They'd be twice as patient.
Oh, I am not disappointed.
They'd yell twice as loud.
Why do I get the feeling everything I say is going in one ear and out the other?
But why wonder? Watch Sister Sister. It's 2 times everything, and now it's on 5 days a week.
Weekdays at 5 on Superstation WGN.
Good boy.
Yeesh.
Though very rare, some wild animals can be trained. Unlike Mountain Dew, which can never be trained.
My name is Sandra, and I got on eHarmony, and I met and married the most wonderful man of my life, Scott. I told my sister Tracy to give eHarmony a try. She met and married Todd when Todd's mother Eunice saw how great of a match we were.
And she was ready to get a dog, and so I just asked her, I said,
Mom, wouldn't you rather have a man than a dog? So he puts me on eHarmony. Lo and behold, look what happened.
She got my dog.
Find out what everybody's talking about. Visit eHarmony.com today.
With our 30 minutes, we reenacted a medieval war.
There was no dominoes in the 14th century.
But each of these pizzas was only $4.
Rubbish!
Domino's. You got 30 minutes.
Here it comes.
Another huge deal from Domino's.
Introducing the Domino's $4 pizza deal.
You got 3 or more 10-inch pizzas for just $4 each.
You got them hot.
You got them to your door. You got your order online.
You got pizza tracker.
Todd Helton drove in the Rockies run in the first inning. It's 1-1. Cubs announcing today plans to raise a flag in honor of the 10,000th win in franchise history. Going up this afternoon. It might be up there already atop the Wrigley Field scoreboard, and it'll be up there for the rest of this road trip. It will then be taken down on Tuesday prior to the 7:05 game against Milwaukee. The entire team will autograph it. And then on April 30th, starting then, the flag will be auctioned exclusively on Cubs.com. And all the proceeds will benefit Cubs Care. And I saw that the Cubs.com story had 10,000 W's in it.
Yeah, I looked at it, and this is the way I get a lot of my emails. They come all messed up with letters and hieroglyphics. Yeah, just pages and pages and pages. 10,000 W's.
I got it!
Felix PA for the out. Somebody near our crowd mic was yelling, "I got it." Make sure you check out our WGN Cubs Baseball podcast. We recorded a new webisode back in Chicago. It is available for viewing, downloading, and most importantly, enjoying on WGNTV.com right now. Go there and look for the link to Len and Bob's podcast in the sports section.
And enjoy.
Matt Holliday turns on one, but he hit it right at DeRosa for the second out. Rumors that we will be recording an upcoming podcast from our new studios.
Wow.
That we have been discussing for the past, really, 3.5 years. So we'll finally be in.
Hey, Rome wasn't built in a day. If you want things done right, it takes a little extra time, but it will be well worth it.
Did you get the garage door opener yet? I think I got 2. I don't know if it was the one I got was for you, but if you need one, I have one.
Well, I do appreciate that. The security guard at the garage always lets me in anyway.
Okay.
So.
You don't like to carry around the garage door opener if you don't need it.
And the hiring process should be completed by the time we get back home. You know, we employ a lot of people there at the podcast studios. It's a boon for the economy.
2-1 on Atkins. The wind and the pitch. Outside corner, 2-2. Marquis won a season best 6 innings. Gave up 1 run in his last start as the Cubs clubbed the Pirates 13-1. He's looking for his 70th major league win. He's 69-61.
There's one of those elevated fastballs we were talking about earlier. Jason Marquis, much like Aaron Cook, needs to keep the ball down, get those ground balls he's looking for, but on occasion elevate that pitch up around the letters, change the hitter's eye level, and then probably go right back down low again.
A lefty hop on deck. It's off to Washington, D.C. to start a series tomorrow night. After this ball game is complete. Popped up. Let's see if Soto has enough room. Nope. Rockies will head to Los Angeles to take on the Dodgers this weekend. Other action around baseball. Houston beat the Reds 5-3. The Phillies lead at Milwaukee 3-1 in the top of the 9th. Everything else in the National League is later. Detroit starting to surge. Another big lead today, 8-2 over Texas. They're in the 9th inning. Bunch of home runs for Detroit, including 2 by Maglio Ordonez. The Angels lead 5-3 at Boston, with 4 runs in the 7th to take the advantage. Minnesota 1, Oakland nothing. The A's batting in the bottom of the 1st, and again everything else later. And the Yankees and the White Sox tonight here on WGN Sports. 6:30 for a White Sox warm-up. Another pop-up by Atkins. And Soto this time has enough room over near the other dugout. Both teams in the third going down in order. We're 1-1 from Denver.
Bud Light is brewed to give you everything you want in a beer. Never-ending refreshment, superior drinkability, and now, X-ray vision. X-ray vision no longer available in Bud Light.
Let's go somewhere else.
The superior drinkability, however, remains.
Bud Light keeps it coming. Nice try.
Honey, what are you doing?
Chase called. Somebody was trying to use our card, but I took care of it.
Chase fraud alerts you can act on instantly. Protection matters. Chase what matters.
At ACE, we see a backyard as a place to plant your ideas and watch them grow. At the Dig Into Lawn and Garden sale, you can buy 5,000 square feet of ACE fertilizer for just $8.99 and get a $3 rebate. Or buy Miracle Grow potting mix for $5.49 and get a $3 rebate. ACE Royal Paint, starting at the everyday low price of $19.99. Use your ACE Rewards card and earn points. Wednesday through Monday at ACE.
The helpful place.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced nor retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
Time now for our AT&T text poll question. Now we've seen each division. We ask you the toughest National League division. Text to 97999. Ramirez hits the first pitch to Troy Tulowitzki. Lots of time, one out. You can text A for the Cubs division, the Central, B for the East, C for the West, where the NL pennant-winning Rockies reside. Again, text your response to 97999. The results coming a little bit later. The poll brought to you by the new AT&T. See what's new at the new AT&T. Visit att.com for details. Fukudome hits the first pitch deep to left field. It's carrying, but it will die on the track. Holiday with the catch, and Mark DeRosa will likely take at least one after the Cubs have made 2 outs on 2 pitches.
Yeah, Ramirez a little overly aggressive, just rolled over his for a ground ball to shortstop, but Fukudome got what he was looking for right there and hit that ball good. I'll tell you, before the humidor, that ball's up in the hot dog stand somewhere.
Danny Holmes emailed us from the Cubs Media Relations Department informing us that the special 10,000th win flag went up at 2 o'clock Central Time at Wrigley Field. I think that flag with the autographs of the Cubs, that's going to get top dollar at auction coming up on Cubs.com next week. Trying to protect himself from the sun.
And himself and everybody sitting around him.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. That was a quick half inning for Cook. He's starting to settle in. Still 1-1.
If you were my sister and a breast cancer survivor, I'd want to help you to do everything you could to keep it from coming back. After surgery, you have options that can significantly reduce the risk of recurrence. If you're on a treatment, stay on it, just as your doctor says. Find more information at getbcfacts.com.
Can you have a beautiful lawn and use less water? Actually, yes, thanks to Scott's Turf Builder Water Smart Formula. A lawn fed the water smart way grows healthier roots that use water more efficiently. So your lawn needs less, saving you thousands of gallons a year. Smart. Scott's Turf Builder. Feed the lawn. Water smart.
Today, I plan on not freaking out about my wireless bill. I plan on saying whatever when my daughter talks for hours. Yeah, I plan on being totally down with calling Denver in the middle of the afternoon, huh? Hollering at my boys, kicking it with three-way calling. I plan on grabbing my celly and getting my... Dad! Oh, sorry. Okay.
America's most reliable network introduces a plan with truly unlimited calling. Talk as much as you want with anyone in the U.S. for one flat rate. And now buy a text-friendly Envy or music playing chocolate for just $79.99. Verizon Wireless.
What are you doing?
Is that the Grand Slam?
No.
Introducing the Build Your Own Grand Slam. Choose any 4 items and make it your slam, starting at $5.99.
Denny, real breakfast, 24/7.
What's your equation for keeping healthy?
I'm a chin-upping, baseball-playing, gotta-take care of me, one-a-day man.
One-a-day men's, the only complete multivitamin with more selenium for prostate health.
It fits my equation better.
Cub fans everywhere here in Denver. Pretty festive walking out of the ballpark last night after that thrilling 10-inning victory. Strike one. We're in the bottom of the 4th. As Marquis and Cook have dueled early on. The 0-1 to Hop misses inside. 1-1. Soto sets down the signs. Fouled back, 1-2. Last night's win, that was the first game the Cubs have played against the National League West. I'm assuming he was here last night. A little bit worn out.
He'll wake up for extra innings again. Look out. Well, there's a piece of plexiglass behind home plate here at Coors Field, and occasionally if that ball is fouled back or a wild pitch gets through the catcher, you could hear it come ricocheting back past the umpire and Giovanni Soto all the way back out to the mound. That's something you have to keep in mind with a runner at third base if a ball happens to get past you.
That could really come into play late. Swing and the miss. Marquis gets his nemesis Hop, who was 8 for 15 coming in, but he's 0 for 2 today. Let's take a look at our upcoming WGN produced baseball schedule in high definition, sponsored by Comcast. We mentioned the Yankees and the White Sox tonight. Phil Hughes and Gavin Floyd on the mound. Sox warm up at 6:30. Orioles and the Sox Friday at 6. We'll have the Cubs trip finale Sunday in Washington on WGN Sports, starting at noon Central with a special road edition of the Leadoff Man show from Nationals Park. Scheduled starters on Sunday: Ted Lilly and John Lannon, 2 lefties.
You know, as crazy as this sounds, Glenn, that area behind home plate, I vividly recall going to ballparks, and you know, the coaching staff always gets to the ballpark well ahead of the players to prepare and go over the reports and so forth and so on. But it wasn't unusual to come out to the field with a handful of baseballs and throw them against the dugout facing to see how the ball ricochets off of there, throw them at the backstop to see how it ricochets, walk around the outfield, and in some cases the out-of-town scoreboard has several different surfaces depending on where the ball hits, just to try to be as prepared as you can for the event of a ball going in that direction during the game.
With that out-of-town board and right.
Yeah, and in that area right there, there's some chain link fence under the scoreboard. There's some padded areas. There's some very firm areas where the ball will ricochet back toward the infield. All depends on where that ball lands.
Walk number 1 for Jason. face the catcher, Iannetta.
For the most part, Jason Marquis has been in the strike zone this year. He walked one in his first start, one in his last start. The start against the Phillies in Philadelphia, he did walk 5 batters in that ball game, but the first of the afternoon here to Troy Tulowitzki.
Iannetta, the backup to Yorvi Torrealba. Last week at San Diego in a ball game, he had 3 hits. That was a career high. Good slide and blocked by Soto.
Iannetta was a Rockies starting catcher last year on opening day. Giovanni Soto doing an amazing job blocking those pitches in the dirt. He's very relaxed, very calm. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Brad Osmus in the way he goes about blocking pitches. Some guys look like they're working really hard. Other guys make it look effortless. Gio just kind of glides, gets his shoulders squared up to the ball, and more often than not, it drops right down in front.
Marquis wanted it, didn't get the call. 3-0. There was a pitch he wanted against Tulowitzki that he didn't get, and then he took an entire trip around the mound. Three and one. It's a final in Milwaukee. The Phillies beat the Brewers 3-1. Milwaukee was 2 out. Starting play today, so the Cubs lead now is 2.5 in the Central. Rolled to second base. Fontenot with a flip. Terrio the turn. Derek Lee with the play at first base. And they turn the double play. 4-6-3 to get out of the inning. It's still 1-1.
Bud Light is brewed to give you everything you want in a beer. Never-ending refreshment, superior drinkability, and now, the ability to time travel.
I'm gonna get out of here for a bit.
No, I'm Matt from the future.
A future witch! Get up!
The ability to time travel no longer available in Bud Light. The superior drinkability remains.
Bud Light keeps it coming.
I'm not a witch. It's a text message.
At ACE, we see a backyard as a place to plant your ideas and watch them grow. At the Dig Into Lawn and Garden Sale, you can buy 5,000 square feet of ACE fertilizer for just $8.99 and get a $3 rebate. Or buy Miracle Grow potting mix for $5.49 and get a $3 rebate. ACE Royal Paint, starting at the everyday low price of $19.99. Use your ACE Rewards card and earn points. Wednesday through Monday at ACE.
The helpful place.
At the Turtle Wax Ice Ultimate Detailing Challenge, it's what's inside that counts. Turtle Wax Ice Total Interior Care. It cleans, conditions, and protects every surface inside your car. Vinyl, leather, plastic. It even removes tough stains from carpet and upholstery. With no artificial shine, no messy overspray, and no greasy residue.
Turtle Wax Ice, finish first.
There's a new player in town. Turtle Wax Ice Total Interior Care. Welcome to the Ice Age.
Christmas is driving Bob nuts.
Santa's a killer. He's an evil, flesh-eating monster.
Next Becker.
Tonight at 12:30 Eastern.
Yeah.
Chappelle Show, Friday night at midnight Eastern on Superstation WGN.
Top of the fifth, tied 1-1. Nice double play to end the inning. Jason Marquis able to pitch around that one-out walk to Troy Tulowitzki. Pretty much a routine double play until the very end. Ryan Terrio's throw is low and wide, and Derek Lee's able to go out there and scoop it, keep his foot on the bag, and the Cubs go to whacking here in the top half of the fifth.
Bottom three in the order, starting with Giovanni Soto. He fouled out. his first time up. 1-1. The Rockies with a run in the first. The Cubs got theirs in the second. Well, we thought Gio was going to hit for the cycle last night. He was a triple short. He homered, doubled, singled, flied to center, and then singled again to lead off the 10th inning. He was removed for a pinch runner. Fontenot ended up scoring the game winner. Toward third, foul. So he already has 2 4-hit games this year.
This was the home run that he hit in the ball game last night. Came on a high fastball from Franklin Morales. You could see his reaction right away out there on the mound. He knew where that one was headed.
Cubs still lead the major leagues in runs, pacing the National League in batting average and on base percentage, 289 and 373 respectively. Everybody in last night's starting lineup 1 through 8 going in had an on base percentage in the 400s, which you never see this deep into a season. Any 20-game stretch anywhere in the season that has those high on base percentages is very rare.
I think the remarkable thing is it's up and down the lineup. It's not unusual for a player or 2 or 3 to be red hot and have those kind of numbers, but when everybody in your lineup has those kind of numbers.
Boy, Soto almost took that one off the fingers, and then he hit a rocket into the Rockies dugout. That was scary at both ends. Driven into left. Holiday is there, 1 out. Struck well. And now the guy with the last hit, Felix P.A., the RBI single in the second. Eight in a row sent down by Aaron Cook. Atkins drawn in, and P.A. tried the bunt, and he hit it foul.
That's good to see. We haven't seen Felix attempt many bunt base hits so far this season, and you would have to believe that that's going to be a big part of his arsenal as he moves forward with his career, the ability to get himself on with that bunt.
Peanut butter jelly time. I don't know what those were. Were those cookies? It's kind of hard to tell. Lunchtime. Who caught it? The shortstop, Tulowitzki. Here's another look at our AT&T text poll question. Last chance to vote for the National League's toughest division to 97999. I'm not so sure what the answer is. Thought the West might be top to bottom the toughest division going into the season, but right now only one team is over 500, Arizona. They have a 6-game lead, by far the biggest in baseball at this point.
Yeah, the next biggest division lead would be the Cubs at 2 games. Boston with 2 games over Baltimore. Over who? Baltimore.
Barmas to Helton, and another quick inning. Cubs offense has gone pretty quiet here against Aaron Cook since the second inning. 1-1.
Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles with 2 different gels for softness and support are outrageously comfortable.
I'd rather walk anyway.
Are you gelling? Dr. Scholl's.
Today, I plan on not freaking out about my wireless bill. I plan on saying whatever when my daughter talks for hours. Yeah, I plan on being totally down with calling Denver in the middle of the afternoon, huh? Hollering at my boys, kicking it with 3-way calling. I plan on grabbing my celly and getting my...
Dad!
Oh, sorry. Okay.
America's most reliable network introduces a plan with truly unlimited calling. Talk as much as you want with anyone in the U.S. for one flat rate. And now buy a text-friendly Envy or Music Playing chocolate for just $79.99. Verizon Wireless.
The Mr. Clean Magic Eraser now comes with the fresh scent of Febreze. The Magic Eraser gets in and tackles what's caked on, built up, even downright scummy. The magical cleaning power wipes out tough grime and grit. And the Febreze freshness draws people in. The Mr. Clean Magic Eraser with Febreze freshness. It's a fresh take on tough cleaning.
Squirrels?
Squirrels.
Repellents and fertilizers. That'll bring your garden back.
We're here because we've been there with the tools, products, and advice to get it done right. True Value. Start right. Start here.
American Idol Rewind, Sunday night at 8 Eastern on Superstation WGN.
Time now for today's Honda Accord game summary. Visit your Honda dealer and test drive the all-new 268 horsepower Accord V6. It's been a pitcher's afternoon to this point. Kosuke Fukudome with the only Cubs run. Scott Podsednik didn't start last night. He has started today, and he's 3 for 3 with a run. As Aaron Cook has seen 2 pitches. Singled his first time and then just grounded out to short. Back to the top, and Podsednik. Want to send out get well wishes to Carmen Candelaria, watching from the hospital today. Carmen, get well soon.
Mentioned, Len, a lot of Cub fans here in Denver, like everywhere else we go, and Shelby and Jay Nussbaum would like to say hello to their relatives and friends back home.
Oh, sorry. He is out.
That's great to be able to sleep that soundly at a ball game.
The 0-2 pitch rides high, 1-2. The next one from Marquis. Into right. Podsednik's 3 out of 3. This looks like the 2005 White Sox version of Scott Podsednik, the igniter.
Yeah, we expect him to be on the move again over there at first base. He got jammed a little bit by that sinker from Jason Marquis, but he had just enough of it to float it out there into shallow right field for a base hit.
Clint Barmas is from Vincennes, Indiana, the oldest town in the state. Went to Indiana State. And he takes a strike. Whenever you see Clint Barmas, you think about the bizarre injury back in June of '05. A broken left collarbone when he fell while carrying a package of deer meat up the stairs in his apartment building.
Yeah, but he didn't drop the venison.
He had a titanium plate and 9 screws inserted to help heal the bone. He was having a great rookie campaign at the time. He was hitting .329, missed almost 3 months. Hit just .216 in September when he came back and finished at .289. Helton on deck. The Rockies have 6 hits. The Cubs have just 2. The pitch with a runner going. Barmes hits it on the ground, and it'll be Theriot to throw to Lee.
I'm not sure if that was a hit and run or Barmes was just free to swing if it was a pitch he liked. Podsednik with a slight flinch, and then he looks back to see what happened at home plate. A very disjointed looking hit and run, but they were able to get Podsednik into scoring position with 2 outs nonetheless.
Going into this season, Todd Helton, one of 5 players ever to have a .330 batting average, a .400 on base, a .580 slugging percentage. The other names on that list: Lou Gehrig, Albert Pujols, Babe Ruth, and Ted Williams. That's a small and impressive list. High pop fly. Way out of play.
And that gets back to that cockeyed theory I used to have about Todd Helton. If you had a pitcher that had the guts to do it, throw him a first pitch change up about 6 inches inside off the plate and let him hook it over the roof in right field. Foul. He just can't stay back. He's going to jerk that ball foul down the right field line. Then you go to work 0-1 and pitch him tough. That takes a huge leap of faith to throw a changeup off the plate inside to Todd Helton, though.
Hands way above his head, brings him down as he swings.
Boy, and looking at the Rockies' history, I mean, he is everywhere. He's second in batting average. Only Larry Walker had a higher career batting average as a member of the Rockies. Second to Walker in slugging percentage, but every other offensive category, Todd Helton is at the top of the list. And most of the lists are populated with the Blake Street Bombers. Vinny Castilla, Dante Bichette, Big Cat Andres Galarraga, Larry Walker. But Todd Helton at the top of just about every offensive category in Rockies history.
He ducked out of the way. It looked like that pitch was actually over the plate, but it was high. Helton almost ducked into it. Now, that was right over the plate. It actually came back. The 2-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3. Number 3 for Jason. He's locked into a pitcher's duel today with Aaron Cook. 1-1.
Just because I'm a foster kid doesn't mean I'm a lost cause.
I have the potential for greatness.
Some people have an attitude about me because my parents have problems.
Give me a chance.
Do something to help me make it.
Make foster care better.
Don't write me off.
Foster kids are our kids.
With our 30 minutes, we reenacted a medieval war.
There was no Domino's in the 14th century.
But each of these pizzas was only $4.
Rubbish!
Domino's. You got 30 minutes.
Here it comes.
Another huge deal from Domino's.
Introducing the Domino's $4 pizza deal.
You got 3 or more 10-inch pizzas for just $4 each. You got them hot. You got them to your door. You got your order online.
You got pizza tracker.
There's a good move in every box of Aleve.
Hi, my name is Dave LaRiviere, and I love Aleve. If I didn't have the Aleve that relieved the back pain down here, there's no way I could move this stuff around. I look at some of the stuff in this place. Without my Aleve, I'm not moving at all.
Aleve. Good moves start here.
Baltimore's a great place to pick up dance moves, I find. A lot of heel work. Jazz hands, anything with jazz hands. I do the hustle just like you. Geico probably thinks this is easy too.
Really?
So, lunch? A nice salad.
Ooh, maybe some soup.
Okay, soup, salad, breadsticks.
It's lunch at Olive Garden, featuring our homemade soups, our garden fresh salad, and warm breadsticks. All you want for just $5.95.
A 1-1 tie. The Cubs are seeking their 7th straight win, hottest team in baseball. And the Rockies are trying to snap an ugly 4-game losing streak. Ugly not because they haven't been in games, but because they've lost these games late. According to Elias, in the last century, only one other team has lost 4 or more consecutive games. Broken bat flare, and it's caught by Barmas to retire Fontenot. Only one other team has lost 4 or more consecutive games despite leading in the 8th or later in each game. That was the Giants, who had a 4-game losing streak of this sort back in 1978. So if the Rockies were to have another late lead and were to blow it, it would be the longest such streak in 100 years at the very least. That is so demoralizing. I know you have talked about how there's nothing worse than consecutive or 3 in a row, whatever, losses when your closer can't hold it.
Oh, it's just crushing to a ball club to scratch and scrape and work hard for 8 innings to get a lead in a game, make all the defensive plays you have to make, execute the pitches you have to, and then closer comes trotting in from the bullpen, and before you know what happened, you're looking up at the wrong end of the scoreboard.
But the Rockies last year went through their fair share of adversity. They were pretty much left for dead in the West and in the wild card, and they had one of the best finishes of all time. Foul tip, strikeout. Time to see how you voted on today's AT&T text poll question. The National League's toughest division. 61% said the Cubs division, the Central. See what's new at the new AT&T. Visit att.com for details. There's no doubt the division top to bottom is better than it was a year ago. The Reds got off to a good start, but they have struggled lately. They just fired their general manager, Wayne Krivsky. Walt Jocketty has taken over. Milwaukee hoping Ben Sheets is going to be fine. Bounce to third, it's fair, and Derek Lee is thrown out. Nice play by Helton as Atkins made that low throw. Still 1-1 midway in the 6th.
It's too funny. Funniest Pets and People today at 6 Eastern on Superstation WGN.
At Ace, we see a backyard as a place to plant your ideas and watch them grow. At the Dig Into Lawn and Garden sale, you can buy 5,000 square feet of Ace fertilizer for just $8.99 and get a $3 rebate. Or buy Miracle Grow potting mix for $5.49 and get a $3 rebate. Ace Royal Paint, starting at the everyday low price of $19.99. Use your Ace Rewards card and earn points. Wednesday through Monday at Ace.
The helpful place.
Today, I plan on not freaking out about my wireless bill. I plan on saying whatever when my daughter talks for hours. Yeah, I plan on being totally down with calling Denver in the middle of the afternoon, huh? Hollering at my boys, kicking it with three-way calling. I plan on grabbing my celly and getting my... Dad! Oh, sorry. Okay.
America's most reliable network introduces a plan with truly unlimited calling. Talk as much as you want with anyone in the U.S. for one flat rate. And now buy a text-friendly Envy or music-playing chocolate for just $79.99. Verizon Wireless.
At eHarmony, we match you across 29 dimensions of compatibility. And right now, not only can you log on to eHarmony.com and get your personality profile, you can also review your matches all for free. Aren't you curious to see who you would be matched up with according to compatibility?
He loves me for me.
Visit eHarmony.com and discover what so many singles have found. Log on today and review your eHarmony matches absolutely free. eHarmony.com.
There's a good little fishy. America's Funniest Home Videos tonight at 7 Eastern on Superstation WGN.
Time now to have a ball with our friends at the Illinois Lottery. That young Cubs fan still sleeping.
The thin air got to him. Boy, he is out cold.
Probably said, Dad, wake me up when the next run is scored. The Cubs scored in the second inning. They haven't gotten anything done since against Aaron Cook. And if you need a quarterback, this is a pretty good place to be. You have Mark DeRosa, who played at Penn. Todd Helton played at Tennessee, and Matt Holliday was recruited by Oklahoma State to play quarterback. Good numbers for Jason early on. The 2-0 pitch to Holliday, who won the batting title last year, 3-0. He was a high school All-American in football and baseball. And the Oklahoma State Player of the Year in both sports in 1998. He takes the leadoff walk.
And you better keep an eye on him over there at first base. He's a perfect 5 for 5 in stolen base attempts. You don't see a lot of cleanup men in baseball stealing bases like Matt Holliday does.
You have the East Coast against the West Coast here. Jason Marquis from New York. Garrett Atkins, born in Orange, California, went to UCLA. The first ever 3-time UCLA All-American, in fact. Right center field. Fukudome streaking over, and he makes the catch and will fire it back in toward first. As Holliday was near second base. Nice running grab by Kosuke, covering a lot of ground in this spacious outfield.
Well, the wind has turned around, blowing in from left field now, and that ball with a little side English, that may have helped Fukudome catch up to that ball. It looked like it was going to split the gap when it came off Atkins' bat. But Kosuke able to get over there, make a nice running catch, and tried to double off Holliday. As you mentioned, he had gone all the way to second base, nearly all the way to second base, and it's kind of slow getting back to first, so Kosuke let one fly.
Fouled away by Hop. The Rockies have only right-handers available off their bench today. Baker, Nix, Spilborghs, Tavares, and Torrealba, the backup catcher. They have Pasednik, Helton, and Hop. The 3 lefties in the lineup. Now it's 1-2. Fourth start of the year for Marquis. He's 1-0. Came in with a 3.86 earned run average. Got him. Called strike 3. Did Hop not hear the call? Even after Ed Hickox made the strike call, he kind of stood there waiting for the next pitch.
I'm not sure what he was doing right there. Well, that's a slider. Looks like it's catches plenty of plate. It's definitely high enough to be a strike. I'm not sure what the problem was. He must have thought that ball was further inside than it was. About face.
Tulowitzki hits the first pitch to right. Fairly deep but playable. And the inning is over after 6. 1-1.
Chicago Cubs baseball is brought to you by Pepsi. Every sip gets you closer.
Aquafina has a 7-step purification process that removes the stuff you find in other waters. Here's how. We filter it once, Then we filter it again. Then we purify it. And filter it again. And filter it again. And filter it again. And then purify it again. So all you taste is pure water. Aquafina. Purity guaranteed.
Mr. Clean now tackles messes two ways with the power of Mr. Clean plus the freshness of Febreze. Mr. Clean's right at home with the tough stuff. What gets tracked in, what gets stained on, even baked on. The magical cleaning power wipes dirt out, and the Febreze freshness draws people in. The toughness of Mr. Clean, the freshness of Febreze. In pourable liquid and spray, they've teamed up to tackle tough cleaning.
What are you doing? Is that the Grand Slam? No.
Introducing the Build Your Own Grand Slam. Choose any 4 items and make it your slam, starting at $5.99.
Benny, real breakfast, 24/7.
My old allergy medicine made me feel foggy. Now I'm Claritin Clear.
Only Children's Claritin provides powerful, non-drowsy, non-jittery relief from his worst allergy symptoms. Discover Children's Claritin, proven safe and effective for kids 2 and up. And let your kids live Claritin Clear.
Time for today's Bud Light Fan Cam in honor of the Cubs' 10,000th win last night. 10,000 Maniacs. Merchant fronting the 10,000 Maniacs with These Are the Days as we celebrate the Cubs' 10,000th win. That's today's Bud Light Fan Cam. Bud Light keeps it coming.
Right off the Best of Brenly playlist as Aaron Cook works in the 7th inning. He has been mowing them down.
We always try to find some kind of connection. You know?
One Maniac for every win. We got a lot of great responses on our blog question about the biggest Cubs win for you as a Cubs fan. 1-1 on Ramirez. Tom Dwars said he was at the game when Sammy Sosa tied and broke Roger Maris's record after Mark McGwire. Michelle Torres, I was in the hospital starting to go into labor to have our twins. We watched the Cubs win on June 10th, 2004. Rick Raybold said on August 2nd, 1997. Rhino announcing his retirement. Although, did he mention a win? Apparently they won that day. Mary Bryant, opening day 1969. She was in the 8th grade. Willie Smith with a big home run. Ramirez crushes this ball, but again, a lot of room out there. And it's Posednik to run it down. If you would like to email us about your favorite Cubs regular season win, Len and Bob at AOL.com. Were you there in 1876 when the White Stockings beat Louisville? $133 years ago.
I was supposed to go to that game that night, but something came up. I can't remember what happened.
Fukudome lifts it in the air. Probably had to go plow or something like that.
Yeah, I think the horse got stuck in the quicksand and we had to pull it out. Yeah. Boy, it's been a quiet day offensively for the Cubs. Certainly you give a lot of credit to Aaron Cook. He's pitched a really good ball game, but it's a little shocking to see the Cubs offense this quiet the way they've been putting crooked numbers up on that scoreboard.
Well, it's inevitable. Every team that's hot eventually cools off, at least for a day. But the good news is Jason Marquis has been up to the task, and this game is very winnable. Tie ball game in the 7th inning, and you have all the bullpen problems looming over the Rockies. If he can just stay close into those late innings, you've got a shot.
And I'm sure there are a lot of fans out there thinking, well, if we could just get Aaron Cook out of the ballgame and get into that bullpen, but he's only thrown 79 pitches in this game. He came in averaging 13.5 pitches per inning. He's under that number today.
And that was leading the National League. And he missed the final month and a half last year. Missed the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. Had a left oblique injury. He came back. Pitched game 4 of the World Series. Swing and a miss. Boston would win that night to clinch the Fall Classic. 1-1 is a stretch here in Denver.
Terrorists are on the attack.
We have the bomb. We should shoot them right now.
Let's go. Now as terrorists turn on each other.
That's him. It's the terrorist they're looking for.
That is him. Jack must fight to keep their leader alive.
Federal I'm taking this man into custody. Now back off.
Next 24, Saturday at 12:30 Eastern.
Dude.
Massaging gel insoles with 2 different gels for softness and support are outrageously comfortable.
That's okay. I'd rather walk anyway.
Isn't it time you put a little gel in your step? Dr. Scholl's.
Presenting Ortho Weed Be Gone Max. So revolutionary, it targets and kills the toughest weeds without harming your lawn. Ortho Weed Be Gone sprayed here, ordinary weed killer here. Only Ortho Weed Be Gone has a foaming action and weed targeting formula for total root kill. So it killed the weeds, but not the grass. The ordinary weed killer killed everything. Ortho Weed Be Gone Max. Kills weeds, not lawns. Guaranteed. Also available with crabgrass control.
Aaron Cook has sent down 16 in a row since the Felix PA game-tying single in the second. Jason Marquis only given up 6 hits. Chris Iannetta to deep left field, and Mark DeRosa will leap, and he's out of room. Iannetta giving the Rockies a 2-1 advantage. He hit it very high. That gave Mark a chance to get all the way back to the barrier, but he just couldn't pull that one back in. A couple of rows behind him.
Oh, I can't believe that ball got out of here, Len. It was hit so high in the air, and the flag's on top of the scoreboard in left field blowing straight in. I didn't think there was any way that had enough to get into the bleachers, but it did. Wow, towering home run.
Got him right where we want him, right?
Yep. Fell right into our trap.
The Rockies with another late lead, so they will go to the 8th with at least a 1-run lead. And as you said, Aaron Cook might be thinking about completing this one with a very low pitch count, and that's exactly what Clint Hurdle would like. Not even to mess around with the bullpen today. He has thrown 81 pitches through 7. Didn't mean to, and it's fair. Tucked just inside the first base bag. Kosuke got over there quickly and keeps Cook to a single, his second hit today.
Boy, for Cook, Glenn, not only the low pitch count, but he has had very little stress on him in this ball game. It's almost been like a side session. I believe he's retired 16 Cubs in a row and has done it rather easily. The little check swing base hit down the right field line. Maybe this is the trip around the bases that'll tire him out.
While we have a moment, let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN.
It's spontaneous, hilarious, and uproarious. Tom Bergeron hosts America's Funniest Home Videos. Weeknights at 7 Eastern on the Superstation.
Kevin Hart's now up in the Cubs bullpen as Marquis works against Scott Podsednik. Podsednik's 3 for 3. The home run for Iannetta, his first of the year, and the third extra base hit for the Rockies today. Podsednik and Atkins with doubles earlier. Two and one. The kick and the pitch. Oh, he's right back in at 2-2. Pulled foul. Nice crowd today, not a sellout. Still waiting on the official numbers. Most of the Rockies fans in purple and the Cubs fans in blue. Chris Iannetta with a leadoff home run, and the Rockies lead for the second time. Larry Rothschild going to check on Kevin Hart. 3-2 pitch. It glances off Marquis. It's picked up on the bare hand by Ramirez. They get the out at first. It'll go 1-5-3. Looks like Marquis is all right.
Just deflects it over to that left side of the infield where Ramirez makes the barehanded play, and Jason Marquis and Ryan Theriot alertly realized there was nobody covering third base. Fortunately, it was Aaron Cook, the pitcher, running at second base, so no attempt to advance, but a couple of guys hustling over there quickly to cover that base.
Barmas bats with the pitcher Cook. Now it's second. A 1-0 hit hard but foul. Mike Gallego.
Neither Cub middle infielder playing close to the bag. And once again, Cook being a pitcher is not going to take a huge lead out there at second base, but you know, for a little gamesmanship, why not try to pick off out there, make him dive back in on his belly, try to tire him out somehow. If a pitcher is dominating my lineup the way Aaron Cook has today, I'll reach into that bag of tricks and try to figure out something to throw him off his game.
It'll be Ramirez to Lee for out number 2. Cook holding at second. It's a final in Detroit. The Tigers beat the Rangers 8-2. Minor over Jennings. Jason Jennings is 0-4. David Ortiz just hit a home run. The Red Sox are still alive in the bottom of the ninth, trailing the Angels 7-5. Oakland leading 6-1 at home over Minnesota in the fourth. Fontenot on the outfield grass. Helton retired. Iannetta with a leadoff blast, giving the Rockies a 2-1 lead as we go to the eighth.
What are you doing?
Does that say ultimate breakfast?
Yeah? Is that the Grand Slam? The what? What? Oh, man.
Denny's new Build Your Own Grand Slam. Now you can choose the items you want to make the Grand Slam your slam, starting at $5.99.
Denny's, real breakfast, 24/7.
At the Turtle Wax Ice Ultimate Detailing Challenge, it was no contest. Turtle Wax Ice car polish. It goes on fast with no effort. And unlike conventional car waxes, there's no white residue to wipe off. And when it comes to trim, seams, plastic, and rubber, no problem.
Look at that. The shine is just amazing. Turtle Wax Ice, finish first.
Turtle Wax Ice car polish. Welcome to the Ice Age.
What's your equation for keeping healthy?
I'm a chin-upping, baseball-playing, gotta-take care of me, one-a-day man.
One-a-day men's, the only complete multivitamin with more selenium for prostate health.
It fits my equation better.
You're right. We need a new TV. Just don't go overboard.
I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now.
Text Chase for your credit card balance and decide what to spend in seconds.
It's perfect.
Real-time info matters. Chase what matters.
America's Funniest Home Videos, tonight at 7 Eastern on Superstation WGN.
Jason Marquis due up third in the eighth inning. He does handle the bat well. We'll see what happens with Soto and PA. Gave up the home run to Chris Iannetta, and the Rockies have a one-run advantage. But we've talked throughout the ball game about what's gone on the last 4 days. They have not been able to hold the lead late. Well, you usually are well above 500 when you have the lead after 7. They're just 6 and 5.
Well, it certainly makes it easy to pinpoint your problems in the early going.
The Cubs, when leading, entering the 6th, are 13-0. They're 12-0 going into the 7th, 12-0 going into the 8th, 12-0 going into the 9th. Giovanni Soto leads it off. 6 outs to work with. Got to get a base runner against Aaron Cook. 16 straight sent down. There you go. A leadoff single for Soto. Let's see if Lou will go with a pinch runner.
I think given the way Aaron Cook has pitched today, you probably do go to a pinch runner in this situation. Every run is important right now.
Cedeno getting his helmet on, and here he comes. Stay informed throughout the 2008 campaign with MLB.com. Team text alerts. Customize your mobile alerts, including news, game summaries, scores, and more. Sign up now by texting Get Cubs to 65246 or visit MLB.com/mobile. So Cook works from the stretch for the first time since the 2nd.
And don't underestimate the importance of that.
Hit well by PA. Base hit. Pasednik did a good job there. It was hard to tell if he was going to catch it or not.
Now, the best deke you can do is not to deke. It looked like Pasednik was going to come in and make a routine catch on that line drive into center field. So many times you see the outfielder come running in with his glove up over his head. I've never seen an outfielder run in and catch a ball with his glove up over his head anyway, but Cedeno had no choice but just to hold up and make sure that ball got down. You'll see Ronnie gets his secondary lead. He's not quite sure if Podsednik can get there or not, but once the ball drops, takes a few more steps into second base and finds himself in scoring position for Darrell Ward.
And a solid day at the plate for PA, 2 for 3. Darrell Ward, the hitter. This normally would be a spot for a bunt with the top of the order coming up, but you have Darrell Ward at the plate. Let's see what the Cubs have in store. The Rockies are not expecting a bunt. Darrell Ward not showing bunt, low and outside. He's going to swing away. Fontenot on deck. That's Matt Hergis up in the Rockies bullpen.
I don't know about you, Len, but I would bunt right here. I'd use maybe Reed Johnson as the pinch hitter instead of Darrell Ward. Move both those runners into scoring position. Try to take the lead here in the 8th inning. I mean, we talked about Cook's sinker ball early in the game. You're just as likely to hit a ground ball as you are to elevate that ball to the outfield, and a ground ball right now, unless it finds a hole, probably going to turn into a double play.
No doubt Johnson's ready to pinch run if needed. It's 3-0. If Darrell can coax a walk, that would load him up with nobody out. The 3-0 pitch taken all the way, 3-1.
That 3-0 pitch has been automatic for Ed Hickox today. Just about anywhere the pitch is, he's been calling a strike. That's unfortunate, but that's the way it's been all afternoon.
Well, it is where it goes over home plate. Not where it's caught, but it had a lot of sink at the end. The kick and the 3-1, lays foul, 3-2. Mike Quaddy going through his signs down at third base. Cedeno's at second, PA's at first. They are running. It's outside. Ball 4. Bases loaded. And we may see Reed Johnson here for Darrell Ward. A huge opportunity for the Cubs. Rick Matthews is the bullpen coach, acting as a pitching coach. Bob Apodaca is away from the Rockies for family reasons. And while we have a moment, let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN.
Spend some time with the quirky characters of Dog River. Corner Gas, exclusively on the Superstation, tonight at 12 Eastern.
Ward still in there. Cedeno at third, PA at second, Ward at first. No outs, and the pitch to Mike Fontenot. Hit foul off to the left. 2-1 Rockies. With Aaron Cook in danger of blowing another late lead for Colorado. The kick and the offering, another foul.
Well, then you mentioned the possibility of Reed Johnson running for Darrell Ward. I think you might see that should Darrell Ward get to second base at some point here in the inning, but The tying runs at third base with good speed in Ronnie Cedeno. The go-ahead run at second base, great speed with Felix Pie. I don't think he's really too concerned with Darrell Ward over there at first base right now.
And we saw him take Ward out once he got to second in the 10th last night. A big 0-2. A bouncer to the second baseman. Barmes, Tulowitzki, safe at first. So that'll give Fontenot an RBI as the Cubs tie it. They stay out of the double play. Only one out, and that's big. Very close at first base, Tulowitzki with a cannon. But that ball was not hit very hard.
It was hit perfectly. If he hits it any harder, it's probably a double play ball, but because it was so slow, Barmes had to come in a few steps, make an awkward backhand flip onto Tulowitzki, and with Mike Fontenot's speed, he's able to leg it out.
Ryan had the game winner in the 10th, trying to give the Cubs the lead again today in the 8th. PA at third. Fontenot now at first. Ball one. And Netta able to block the pitch. So they've lost another lead. It wasn't the bullpen today. It was Aaron Cook, the starter. He's still 7 pitches away from 100 on the day.
And you brought it up in this inning, Len, after the leadoff base hit by Soto, it put Cook in the stretch. He was very comfortable pitching out of that windup for the better part of 5 innings. Didn't have to worry about runners on base. Didn't have to pitch out of the stretch. And it has not been the same this inning after the leadoff hit.
In the bottom of the order, providing the sparks, Soto and PA. Two balls and a strike. We're not going to see Carlos Marmol today, at least for now. Terrio bounces it foul. If the Cubs were to take the lead, this normally would be his inning, the bottom of the 8th. We saw Kevin Hart a little earlier, and he is still kicking the dirt around that bullpen. Two-two pitch, lined, and that'll be a double play. Right at Helton, he stepped on first to get Fontenot. Second time that's happened to the Cubs in the late innings in this series, but they do tie it. And on the Fontenot fielder's choice, it's 2-2.
For the doctors of Sacred Heart, no procedure is routine.
That's just wrong.
But every routine
She took your heart wishes. Aren't you supposed to save those?
is a major production. Scrubs.
Oh, yeah!
Tonight at 11 p.m. on Superstation WGN.
With our 30 minutes, we reenacted a medieval war.
There was no Domino's in the 14th century.
But each of these pizzas was only $4.
Rubbish!
Domino's. You got 30 minutes.
Here it comes.
Another huge deal from Domino's.
Introducing the Domino's $4 pizza deal.
You got 3 or more 10-inch pizzas for just $4 each.
You got them hot.
You got them to your door. You got your order online.
You got pizza tracker.
The hotter the hot. The colder the cold. The greater the demand. The more you need Duralast. Batteries built to exceed the need. Only at AutoZone.
Listen, bro, your last project didn't get picked up. Your act is stale. It's not working. People want something new, fresh, exciting. Now, if you were me, would you represent you?
Your Feather Dusters days are over.
Up. I gotta take this. Say words.
New Swiffer Dusters leave behind the fresh scent of Febreze lavender, vanilla, and comfort. It traps and locks the dust and allergens that Feather Dusters can spread around.
You're gonna be huge. I can smell it.
Swiffer gives cleaning a fresh new meaning.
So, it's soup and salad and breadsticks for $5.95.
That's a lot of and. It's lunch at Olive Garden, featuring our homemade soups and garden fresh salad and warm breadsticks. All you want for just $5.95 at Olive Garden.
Cubs tied up at 2 in the top half of the 8th inning. Giovanni Soto led it off with a base hit. He later came around to score on the Mike Fontenot fielder's choice. It looked like that ball was headed for right field. Todd Helton right there. Johnny on the spot. Makes the play and then beats Fontenot back to the bag at first.
Kevin Hart will take over for the Cubs on the mound. Jason Marquis went 7. It was a quality start. 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks, 1 home run. Cedeno came on a pinch run for Soto. Is going to stay in and play second. And Henry Blanco will catch and hit ninth. Hart in the first spot where Fontenot was. Tough part of the order. Matt Holliday leading off in a 2-2 tie. Kevin likes to work from the windup with nobody on base. Breaking ball and a whiff, strike 1. Missed it again. The Rockies' new/old closer, Brian Fuentes. He was their closer up until the middle of last year. Manny Corpus eventually took over. And Corpus off to a rough start. And Fuentes back in the 9th inning role. If this game were to go into extra innings, it would be a pretty familiar spot for the Cubs. They have already played 4 extra inning games out of 7 to start the road schedule. Two and 2.
And obviously on the road, the home team gets the last at bat in a ball game, so that's an impressive number to be able to win that many extra inning games on the road.
Giovanni Soto chatting with Tom Otis Hellman, Cubs clubhouse manager. And Holliday just reached out and punched it into right center for a leadoff hit. He's going to try for a double. Here's a throw by P.A. to second, and it's late. That didn't look like a double off the bat, did it? Turned into that as Holliday was hustling around first. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position with nobody out.
He really has to reach for this pitch. He got the barrel of the bat on it with a lot of backspin. That ball just continued to accelerate into that gap in right center. PA hustles over. He gets to it, but took an extra crow hop there before throwing the ball back into the infield. Talked about Holliday's speed earlier in the game. He runs real good for a big man. I think he was going to leg that out anyway.
If that exact hit happened at Wrigley Field, that's a single. There's just so much real estate to cover in the outfield here at Coors Field. Atkins, who's been an RBI machine in his short major league career. Leads the team with 16 RBIs. Trails only A-Rod and David Wright since 05 in RBIs among third basemen. Ball was behind Holliday, so he took third base. No hesitation at all from Matt Holliday. He took off and he made it. Terrio had no play but first. So now the Cubs will have to bring the infield in. Matt Holliday with good base running throughout this inning. The double, and then heading to third.
And going to third there was all about the first step. If he doesn't get the jump that he had, Ryan Theriot probably goes to third base to get him there. But he got such a good jump when that ball was put into play that Theriot made the right call, threw across the diamond for the sure out.
I think you alluded to the fact that Matt Holliday is 5 for 5 in stolen base opportunities. We know he can hit, but when you start talking about MVP candidates, and he finished second last year, it sure helps when you can run the bases like that. So they'll walk Hop and go after Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki off to a very slow start, but he hit a huge go-ahead 3-run homer in the opener, his first of the year. He is 0 for 2 with a walk in this ballgame.
Rockies shortstop has grounded into 3 double plays on the season. 3 Rockies have grounded into 3 double plays. Barmas, Atkins, and the man at the plate, Troy Tulowitzki.
Holliday at third. Hop is at first. And Kevin Hart coming to the plate. A cutter missed. Tulowitzki had the game-winning RBI in the Rockies' 22-inning victory at San Diego 1 week ago. A dribbler foul.
As you can imagine, a huge ovation here last night when Tulowitzki got one up in the air, rode it out of here to left center field, just over the yellow stripe on that wall. Teammates gagging him at home plate. It continued into the dugout. Fans were on their feet.
A 1-1 pitch. Almost caught him.
It's not all bad in the grand scheme of things for Kevin Hart. His best pitch is that cut fastball that works away from a right-handed hitter. So he'll run one up and in every now and again just to keep those righties honest. Keep them off that cutter on the outside corner.
Tulowitzki has an Edgar Renteria-like closed stance. You don't see it very often. Most guys are open. Ground ball to second base. They'll get one at second, and it's dropped and no outs recorded at all. Just a discombobulated play in the middle of the diamond. Cedeno with a flip to Theriot, and they didn't even get one. The Rockies take the lead. Holliday scores. It's now 3-2.
Boy, that's too bad. Yeah, you have to at least get one out in this situation, if not the double play to get out of the inning. But Cubs come away empty. The Rockies push across a run. Theriot never really had that ball in his glove.
Fielder's choice and an error on Theriot. And Holliday scores the third Rockies run. So Tulowitzki with another go-ahead RBI. Time to check out today's Nissan drive of the game. Chris Iannetta with a go-ahead home run in the 7th inning off Jason Marquis.
His first of the season. It was a towering fly ball to left field. Surprised that it got out of here.
That's today's Nissan drive of the game. And still only one out. Did it look like 2 to you?
Yeah. I mean, Tulowitzki runs pretty good, but because it was a check swing when he put the ball in play, he didn't get a good jump out of the batter's box. And I think if the appropriate tosses are made there, that should have been an inning-ending double play.
Rockies with another late lead. And the Cubs will have Lee Ramirez and Fukudome in the ninth against Brian Fuentes. So hang on, 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
They stop the damage right here. The Cubs are in the middle of their lineup in the top half of the ninth inning. Derek Lee, Ramos Ramirez, Kosuke Fukudome got to stop the Rockies right here.
Flared foul. Hop, the lead man at second. Tulowitzki, who just knocked in the go-ahead run, is at first. The pitch. Just off the outside edge. 3-2. We'll see if the runners will be moving.
Henry Blanco is going to come out in front of home plate, give a series of signs, letting his infielders know where he's going to throw the ball should the Rockies attempt a double steal here on the full count pitch to Iannetta.
Cubs were close to turning an ending double play, but they could not get an out at second. As Terrio couldn't handle the feed from Cedeno. The 3-2 pitch, foul tip, strikeout, 2 away in the inning.
Big out there for Kevin Hart. He's actually pitched pretty good since coming into this ball game. His stuff has been very good. That cut fastball has had a lot of late movement. He's shown a couple of good sliders. And strikes out Chris Iannetta right there.
Cook lifted for the pinch hitter. Aaron Cook went 8 innings and was very good today. 4 hits, 2 runs. And remember how the Cubs top of the 8th ended on that line out double play as they were threatening to take the lead after tying it. A couple of missed opportunities both offensively and defensively here in the 8th. Way inside, 2-0. Has this felt like just 2 games?
Well, hopefully it'll be 3 games. You know, get into that Rockies bullpen and let the fun begin.
It's been a wild series. 10 innings last night. Lead changes. Pitchers duel today.
Well, that's something that I never thought I would hear when you talk about playing ball at Coors Field. A pitcher's duel, it just isn't going to happen.
Got the green light on the 3-0, and he rolled it into left, and they'll get an insurance run as Brad Hopp crosses the plate. It's 4-2. Couple of big hits in this series for Ryan Spilborghs. A triple last night to tie it in the 9th. And he gives the Rockies an extra run in the 8th.
Good decision by Clint Hurdle to give his pinch hitter the green light. You're going to send the guy up there to pinch hit in that situation. Turn him loose, 3-0. He gets a good pitch to hit, put it in play. If he doesn't, take ball 4.
Sednick chops to first base. That backed up Derek Lee. Hart covering. And the inning is over. Cubs had a chance to maybe turn 2 and get out of it with no runs. The Rockies would end up scoring twice. We'll go to the 9th. Lee Ramirez and Fukudome representing the last chance.
Dude.
Presenting Ortho Weed Be Gone Max. So revolutionary, it targets and kills the toughest weeds without harming your lawn. Ortho Weed Be Gone sprayed here, ordinary weed killer here. Only Ortho Weed Be Gone has a foaming action and weed targeting formula for total root kill. So it killed the weeds, but not the grass. The ordinary weed killer killed everything. Ortho Weed Be Gone Max. Kills weeds, not lawns. Guaranteed. Also available with crabgrass control.
Nice finger. A wart could get used to this. Liquid wart remover. That's all you got? That could take weeks to treat me.
Did it get cold?
Dr. Scholl's Freeze Away removes warts fast with as little as 1 treatment.
You'll miss me.
Dr. Scholl's Freeze Away.
It's a Becker Christmas.
It looks like Santa threw up in here.
And it's driving Bob out of his mind.
Santa's a killer. He's an evil, flesh-eating monster. Next Becker.
Tonight at 12:30 Eastern. Corner Gas, tonight at midnight Eastern on Superstation WGN.
Christmas is driving Bob nuts. Santa's a killer. He's an evil, flesh-eating monster. Next Becker.
Tonight at 12:30 Eastern.
Here's today's Too Much Good Stuff, brought to you by AMPM. Our player of the game, Jason Marquis, did exactly what Lou Piniella needed him to do today. Went out there, pitched 7 strong innings, scattered 8 hits, gave up only 2 runs. Use that old cliche. He gave his team a chance to win the ball game. Bullpen was a little tattered. Jason Marquis, too much good stuff. Thank you, AMPM.
Ryan Theriot unable to turn that double play, but the Cubs do have Lee Ramirez and Fukudome up against Brian Fuentes with a couple of changes defensively. We'll get to those here in a moment. 4-2 Rockies. And the first pitch to Lee is outside. Jason Nix is in to play second base. That moves the second baseman Barmas over to the hot corner. And Garrett Atkins is out. Two and 0. Well, I said it last night with Carlos Marmol facing the heart of the Rockies order with a 1-run lead, that it would be a big, capital B, save, big league save. Same is true for Brian Fuentes, even with a 2-run lead, considering how hot this lineup has been. Deep to right field. Back on the warning track is Hop, banging into the fence. Might have tweaked his ankle as he made the catch to retire Derek Lee.
Yeah, Hop had no idea he was that close to the wall out there in right field. Probably jammed his foot into the bottom of the fence. Take one more look at it. Derek Lee drives this ball with authority to straightaway right field. Yeah, I think Hop just was surprised at how quickly that fence snuck up on him right there.
And left foot.
And then he kicked his right toe against the bricks at the bottom there as well.
He's being attended to. The producer of Cubs baseball on WGN Sports is Pete Toma. Skip Ellison is our director. Our associate producer is Mark Brady. The executive producer of WGN Sports is Bob Vorwald. Thanks as well to our stage manager in the booth, Richard Thamert. Our studio coordinators back at WGN, Joe Pizzo and Eric Johnson. And also special thanks to our entire crew here in Denver. Craig Marlowe made the trip to Denver as well, the broadcast technical manager. Good to have Craig in our production truck. Hop's going to stay in. Kevin Hart would be on the hook for the loss. He gave up the 2 in the 8th. One of those runs ended up being unearned because of the Terrio error.
Doesn't need a base runner. Get the opportunity to bring that tying run to the plate.
Cook is the pitcher of record for the Rockies. Fuentes trying to save it for him. Ramirez way out in front, 2 strikes. The name on the back of the manager's jersey really says it all for the Rockies as Ramirez strikes out. Ryan Nettigan hit by a bat. The 0-2 pitch, he struck him out as Kosuke flailed at 3 straight. And the Cubs have seen their 6-game winning streak come to an end. The Rockies hold a late lead for the first time in 5 games. It's a split in the series and off to Washington, D.C. Rockies 4, Cubs 2, your final.
In the tradition of great police dramas comes a show that's not even close to any of those shows.
Slipped in poop.
It's a crime
Never actually kicked a ball call.
that they're cops. Reno 911.
Friday night at 1 Eastern on Superstation WGN.
What are you doing?
Chase called. Somebody was trying to use our card, but I took care of it.
Chase fraud alerts you can act on instantly. Protection matters. Chase what matters.
Hi, my name is Dave LaRiviere, and I love Aleve. Trust me, if I had a backache, customers would not like me. Nothing worse than a grumpy old antique dealer. If I didn't have the Aleve that relieved the back pain down here, there's no way I could move this stuff around. I look at some of the stuff in this place and see if you can do it without relieving your backaches. The most important thing Aleve has allowed me to do is allowed me to do what I'm really passionate about, and that's finding treasures so somebody else can have a chance to enjoy them.
With our 30 minutes, we reenacted a medieval war.
There was no Domino's in the 14th century.
But each of these pizzas was only $4.
Rubbish!
Domino's. You got 30 minutes.
Here it comes.
Another huge deal from Domino's.
Introducing the Domino's $4 pizza deal.
You got 3 or more 10-inch pizzas for just $4 each.
You got them hot.
You got them to your door. You got your order online.
You got pizza tracker.
Watch Whacked Out Sports. Where if it ain't broke, some adrenaline-crazed Yahoo will break it for you. If you're into jaw-dropping car crashes or brain-throbbing head bashes, you're in the right place. As we take you from action to traction in the blink of a busted eye. It's the most insane blooper show around. Whacked Out Sports.
My adrenaline is pumping.
Sunday at 5 Eastern on Superstation WGN. Watch Funniest Pets and People and get your groove on. Kick up your heels. Maybe do-si-do or do-si don't. Watch people and their pets get funky. It's so funny, it'll bring you to your knees. Boogie Down with funniest pets and people. Weekdays at 6 on Superstation WGN. Superstation WGN is your new home for Reno 911.
The Reno Sheriff's Department is a perfect law enforcement engine.
And Chappelle Show.
What is the foul? Fingers, say to the face.
What? There's something funny going on every Friday night.
What?
Every Friday night.
What?
Every Friday night. Yeah! Chappelle Show and Reno 911. Friday night starting at midnight on Superstation WGN.
For the Rockies, 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors, 9 left. For the Cubs, 2 runs, just 4 hits, 1 error. It was a big one, 3 left. Cook the winner, 3-1. Kevin Hart takes the loss. Brian Fuentes back in the closer role with his first save. 2 hours and 18 minutes in front of 32-7-9-1. Bob, the Budweiser play of the game. This ended up being the game winner for the Rockies. Cubs wanted to turn 2, they just couldn't get it.
Yeah, first and third, 1 out. It looked like a tailor-made double play ball. Feed poked Bryant off the bag a little bit. He couldn't get a handle on it. Everybody was safe. They would push across another run in that inning.
We'll be back to wrap it up from Colorado in a moment.
Hey! No!
Every sip gets you closer. It's Justin Timberlake MP3s.
Hey.
Hey to you. HD TVs.
Hi.
Millions of songs from Amazon MP3 and more. Sign up at PepsiStuff.com.
Taxi! Taxi! Come on! Perfect! Oh! Come on!
Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles with 2 different gels for softness and support are outrageously comfortable.
That's okay. I'd rather walk anyway.
Isn't it time you put a little gel in your step? Dr. Scholl's.
He's getting
We need gas.
No, I know. We're running low, guys. Seriously.
Look right there. 319.
Good.
Okay. Bam! 316 right there.
Oh, yeah.
$1. Win!
Right on the money.
The Doubly Yummy Double Cheeseburger. One of the many brilliant choices you can find on the dollar menu.
Dude, you're not a rock star push, man. Help!
What is hers by right of birth?
You must reassure His Majesty that the time is close at hand.
You are in the greatest danger. Must be defended.
Today, I shall watch the fall of that heretic girl.
You must take these things so much to heart that you do not fear to strike.
And let it all be done.
Elizabeth, Saturday at 3 Eastern.
Chicago Cubs baseball brought to you by Bud Light. Endless refreshment from start to finish. Bud Light keeps it coming. AM PM. AM PM. Too much good stuff. The Illinois Lottery. Play the Illinois Lottery. Have a ball. By Comcast. Proven advanced technology. Call 1-888-4BEST-TV. By Pepsi. Every sip gets you closer. And by Southwest Airlines. You're now free to be more productive. Visit southwest.com today.
We'll greet you next here on WGN Sports for Cubs baseball Sunday from our nation's capital. Cubs and the Nationals wrapping up the road trip. Lilly and Lannon, 2 lefties on the mound. A special road edition of the leadoff man at 12 o'clock Central Time. Final again today. The Rockies beat the Cubs 4-2. Guess time to start a winning streak tomorrow night.
Start a new one. No doubt about it. You'll take a split on the road even if it is a 2-game series.
6-game winning streak is over. Thanks for watching. For Bob and our entire WGN Sports crew, this is Len Casper. Goodbye from Colorado. Don't forget.
Baltimore's a great place to pick up dance moves, I find.
A lot of heel work. Jazz hands? Anything with jazz hands. I do the hustle just like you. Geico probably thinks this is easy too.
This is the four-wheel drive Honda Pilot VP. It comes standard with roof rails, XM radio, and a 6-disc in-dash CD changer. And a 3.5-liter V6 engine makes it one of the most fuel-efficient 8-passenger SUVs on the road. The Honda Pilot VP. Oh, and the VP stands for Value Package. And to help you decide which APR or leasing opportunity is right for you, just go to Yahoo and search Shop Honda. Then come see us. But hurry, these offers won't last long.
Everyone has their routine. It's the same old stuff. Nothing new. It's time to shake things up. Put some bada bing into your day. Even kick up your heels. The cure for the living day is laughter. So laugh it up with America's funniest home video.